Well, for me, the military, I went in the military when I was 20 years old. I wasn't 17 or 18, I was 20. I will say my success comes from my parents. The military and Texas Tech are just, I'll put it this way, it's like tools, but, my bearing, my focus to succeed in the drive come from my parents. My parents always worked hard, always instilled enough the discipline, the focus, and the focus on education to move forward. If you have a kid and they stay driven, right? And so I stay driven. That's just normal operation for me. My parents did it not to be paid back. They did it out of their hearts. They just love their kids, right? They work hard for their kids, and they're provided for their kids, and they provide the opportunity for us to do things. And one thing we said, for given these opportunities, we're not going to let you all down. Me and my siblings said that. We got the opportunity to come to the US. We're not going to go and do stupid things. We're going to focus and go and try to be successful. And that's all they ask us to be, is live a full and fulfilled life. And that's what we do. So that's what typically drives me, and continue to drive me. And whatever I do, it's the military here, or who knows what the future holds, but I will continue to drive me. As long as God give me the health, without good health and so forth, you can only do so much. But yes, there were 6 of us in the house, growing up in the Caribbean. I had a really nice and exciting childhood. We grew up right next to the beach. I spent a lot of time at the beach, did a lot of body surfing and stuff like that. We had a lot of responsibilities. We had sheep, we had goats, we had chickens, we had pigs. We had to take them out, take care of them before we go to school, and we had to take care of them after we came home from school. Did that for a long period of time. We all had chores that we had to do. Since I grew up in the Caribbean, I wouldn't trade it for anything. We did a lot of had a lot of outdoors activities, played a lot of cricket, a lot of soccer. Again, responsibility with sheep, had a lot of pets, had dogs. Yes, love animals, grew up with the animals. A tight-knit family, was close with all my siblings as we grew up and so forth. Both parents worked hard to keep us well fed and, well supported. So then the opportunity came to come to the US, and took the opportunity, came to the US, and that turned another chapter in my life, and came here and worked in New York City for 3 years in the garment industry of all places. Worked there for about 3 years, and then I joined the Air Force. And then another chapter in my life, I joined the Air Force, and then went through the Air Force, got out the Air Force, turned another chapter, went back to DC and did some power electronics design on satellite systems. Did that for 2.5 years, and then I switched to the Army Research Lab. And at the Army Research Lab, I did research in power electronics, semiconductor devices, really enjoyed it a lot, did that for a while. Then the last 5 years there, I switched into management. I became the branch chief of the directed energy branch, where I ran a large research portfolio, did that for 5 years, and then decided I want to see where if I could come back to academia, and I had the opportunity to come back to Texas Tech. So here I am, pushing programs, doing a lot of research, a lot of teaching. I think what drives me is the excitement of working with students. When students come in young and they're not as confident, most students come in, they're not confident in the program. You don't know what to expect in the program, but 4 years later to see them graduate, go out to be strong engineers, getting hired at some of the top companies in the US, and that makes you very proud. It feels like you're really passing on your knowledge to the younger generation. And if you keep that going, it will be great. But life, like anything else, have challenges. I've faced a lot of challenges in life, I'm not gonna lie. And thank God, my faith and family, I was able to overcome a lot of challenges. But there'll still be more challenges that we'll have. But one thing I don't do is I don't back away from challenges. I try to hit them head on and fast. And that's been my approach. From here is possible is a very creative phrase. I kind of like the phrase. It says, from here you are launched, there's a launching pad. From here, anything is possible. But what the phrase doesn't say is up to you, right? From here is possible if you commit to it. From here is possible if you stay focused. From here is possible if you do the right things, make the right decisions. We all make decisions that sometimes we're not very proud of, right? We all have failed. And that's why I tell my students, we all have fallen off our horses. There's not one person I've spoken to that said, I've never failed at something. But the key is, if you failed, how do you get back up and go again? You're going to let one failure define you? You should never let one failure define you. As I guarantee you one thing in life, as you go through life, you will fail at some things. But from here, it's possible to get back up on your horse and ride again and go. And we could point at several people that went through Texas Tech that say, wow, from here it's really possible. We got a lot of veterans coming in like myself, and that launch our careers at Texas Tech and it push us into other directions. I have the opportunity to be the interim dean. I was a chair. I'm the chair again, and hopefully I'll be a dean again someplace. But from here it's truly possible. And it's possible because, for me, the ECE department, the math department, I had opportunities with professors that reached down and helped me, right? They just see a young person and they wanted to help, as long as I'm willing to go to the next level and do the work, right? People respect hard work, and it's possible, but it's possible if you do the right things. If you don't do the right things, then from here it's not possible, right? But if you come here, you do the right things, stay focused, keep grinding forward, from here it is truly possible. We had people go to space, we had people who were advisors to the presidents, we have people who went out and designed chips, we had people that's done great things, alumni that's done great things, and I really believe from here it's possible when you apply yourself.